This here is the new Tesla Model Y.
Oh no, Tesla. Yeah, this could go really wrong for me. Oh well. It's been a nice career. So, no, obviously not. YouTube comments, disable. Good.
You know exactly what this is. It's been 5 years since Tesla introduced the Model Y, and in doing so made its then best-selling car, this thing, kind of pointless. Because the Model Y is basically the same car, but augmented with significantly more interior room, an enormous boot, and a massive big hole. A hatchback, that is. And crucially, all this for just a few quid more.
Sadly though, somebody at Tesla decided that instead of designing the Model Y as a standalone car, they would just put a picture of a Model 3 into Photoshop and do that. Stretch it up a little bit. It's like the laziest bit of car design you've ever seen. And to drive, well, it went over the road like a tumble dryer strapped to a skateboard. And they tried to make it all sporty by giving it pure skitsy steering that veered from left to right really quickly. Kind of like... Sorry, I'm just trying to think of a thing or a person that veered from really left to really right dead quickly and dramatically. But...
Despite this basically being a bit crap, the Tesla Model Y is now the best-selling car in the whole world. Not just EVs, all cars. Mad, eh? So Tesla probably didn't need to do much with it. So, what is actually different about this? The 2025 Model Y Juniper. Basically everything, but let's start with the looks because, well, that's what everybody does, right? In my opinion, this is the most effective, ugly to non-ugly car facelift since this thing. Remember this? Fiat Multipla. So as a rule, I generally hate describing the way that a car looks because it's kind of like the album filler of a car review. Ooh, look at that bit at the bottom. It's like 18% more rounder. Who gives a sh*? But having said all that, I do think that in this case, there is definitely some stuff that's worth pointing at. It's just the front and the back, basically, but I cannot emphasize enough just how much better this car looks now. And also just how much better it feels in here. Aye, driving impressions, the title track of a car review, if you like. The thing is though, if the Model Y has proven anything so far, it's that if a car hits the zeitgeist, if it has the right vibes, then nobody gives a crap what it drives like. Therefore, they've softened the suspension so that it's actually comfortable now, and they've changed loads of the underneath bits so that it's stiffer.
That's what she said.
And that does massively improve the sense of quality and refinement when the car's on the move, for various technical reasons. As does acoustic glass. It's basically 2 layers of it. It's just much quieter in here now. There's noticeably less tyre noise and wind noise, and it just feels much better. And they've loosened the steering off quite a lot, so that it just feels a bit more relaxed and not twitchier than your mad cousin's XL Bully. Essentially, the whole thing now feels like it was developed by people who have actually been in a modern family SUV before. Unlike the last one, which felt like it was developed by 20-something tech bros without driving licenses, whose idea of a driving experience was taking some disco biscuits and getting on a Segway. Is it perfect? No. Especially on a twisty B road like this one, where it sort of bounces around quite a lot, like this guy's thumbs.
Why did he have to do the thumbs up?
Twisty B road though? Really?
Much more important than how dynamic this car may or may not be, and what really gets to the heart of the car and the reason that it sells in droves is just how much easier the technology makes it to live with. It makes ordinary things kind of fun and quirky and interesting in a way that would just blow the tiny mind of the average fastidious chassis engineer.
This morning I'm walking down Oxford Street in a funny hat.
The whole surprise and delight element of the Model Y has kind of disappeared now. Millions of sales will do that. But there is no denying that it is still an impressive, idiosyncratic, feature-rich, just generally very interesting household object. It is vexing that it doesn't have Apple CarPlay and the other one, the Android one, But actually, the software so effortlessly links up with your Apple Music or your Spotify or whatever that that's kind of not an issue. Wi-Fi works really well. And the nav is powered by Google Maps, which is, for me, the best map software there is.
And the aircon controls. The graphics are really cool, and you pinch and swipe to adjust the airflow across the width of the cabin. It's great.
The screen centricity, is that a word? I don't know, but the screen heaviness of the whole thing. The fact that you have to use the screen all the time, it does take a little getting used to, but once you do, it's fine. Plus, Tesla has even caved in to consumer demand and given it this thing.
Hang on, you haven't actually got a stalk on, have you?
Yeah, the steering column. Nobody liked the indicator buttons on the steering wheel, so Tesla went, okay, fair enough, we'll give you a proper normal stalk. Although it is quite vexing that a car so focused on sustainability, it's got vegan leather seats and stuff, has made this a piece of single-use plastic. It would have been much better if they'd let you pull on this stalk so that you could flash people, but instead, that's a button on the steering wheel still. It's just a bit counterintuitive.
But way outweighed by all the stuff that this car does to make your life and the lives of the people in the other seats just more pleasant and more safer.
So you might ponder this part of the display called Tesla Vision and think, well, I'm looking at those things on the road while I'm driving, so why do I need them represented here all the time?
Including all the wheelie bins. Look, that's Jeff from number 15's recycle bin.
But actually what it's doing, obviously, is giving you a view of what's around you when you're fannying around on the screen, including the wheelie bins. Brilliant bit of active safety.
And much better than a car that has a big screen that you're forced to look at, but then will just scream at you the second that you look at the screen.
So another couple of little things that are dead thoughtful and just make the car that bit nicer to live with. When you're manoeuvring into a parking space, it knows that you're doing that, and it will automatically engage reverse and drive for you so that you don't have to do that on the screen. There, look. It knew what I was trying to do and it went into reverse and now it's gone into forward. That's brilliant, that. And the fact that it's not bonging at you all the time like a lot of cars do. Just... I could cry. Or steering the car left and right because it panics as soon as you're anywhere near one of the lane markings. Or telling you to take a break all the time because you blinked and it thinks that you're tired. For a car that is so automated in general, it is just really good at leaving you alone to drive most of the time. And the cameras are dead high def. So when it's showing you your blind spot on the screen here, you can actually see if there's anything in your blind spot. And the reversing camera's like that as well, so it doesn't matter that the rear visibility absolutely sucks in this car.
And it's just massive. Loads of cabin space, loads of interior storage, 2 high-speed wireless phone chargers, a clever parcel shelf that's magnetic and it's foldable and stowable in the rear hole, and the fruit, the front boot that is, has a sinkhole in it, so you can use it to hose down your shoes, your best going out shoes.
The cabin will be too minimalistic for some, and it always looks really crap in pictures as well. They have tried doing something with it with a facelift. It's got this light that goes along the dashboard that you can change the colour of, and these covers are really nicely damped. That's right, we don't talk about damping much in car reviews anymore, do we? Well, I don't anyway.
But it's nowhere near Audi or BMW or Mercedes or Lexus. Like, pure ostensible quality-wise, it just feels behind everyone, almost. The feeling of quality is generally actually quite poor. Like, it's better than it was. They've got a lot of soft, touchy stuff in there now. But look at this enormous gap in the trim around the front pillar in the car that I had. Imagine that getting past the professors of quality control at Toyota, for example. It just wouldn't, would it? And the glove box in my car, never saw the inside of it because it wouldn't open.
Okay, so in this bit I was going to talk about how squeaky the brakes are and demonstrate, but they stopped squeaking, the car's healed itself. Nah, they're fine now.
So there's lots more that we could talk about, like how the Tesla phone app is the best car smartphone app on the market. Well, the best one I've used anyway. It does loads of stuff and it just works. So for example, if you have the app installed on your phone and you got your phone in your pocket, then it works like a smart key. So when you approach the car, it'll unlock the car. When you walk away, the car will lock. It's brilliant. And of course, the supercharger network. So I drove like 260 miles in this car from Newcastle to the Cotswolds the other day, and I deliberately started with a flat battery pretty much. And I swear it was, without doubt, the best and most flawless charging experience that I've ever had doing a long distance in an electric car, and I've done loads of them. Although the moment where I first went into a supercharger enclave, we'll call it, and it was just 2 rows of Teslas all staring at the new Tesla, kind of felt a bit like being beckoned into a Scientology audit somehow. It's a bit cultish.
So it's a beautiful religion.
And then, like, the screen asked us if I wanted to play video games with the cars next to us. Nah, I just want to enjoy my carton of Umbongo and be left alone. Thanks.
It's proper safe too, this car, really safe. We've all seen the footage of autopiloted Teslas making a right artificially unintelligent mess of driving themselves. But that aside, when Euro NCAP took one of these and it smacked it into a wall, it got a 97% adult occupant score and a remarkable 98% score for safety assistance systems.
And as ever, it's proper quick and it has proper mileage too, so they've bumped the battery range up a bit with the update. But I would honestly say that even though you will want the quickest one or the longest range one, actually the battery of the basic car will be more than enough for most people. And it's hardly slow, right? 0 to 60, 5.6 seconds. That's not bad for a basic household item, eh? And it's like 45 grand, which I know sounds like a lot, but it is possible to pay that for a Kia Sportage these days. Which brings us relatively neatly onto, as if this matters, it's mint, this thing. It's big, it's comfy, it's quality, it's quirky, it's well priced, and nobody cares who's in charge at Hyundai, right? Or even knows. It's an Audi, so it's got a lush interior, it's much more refined than a Tesla, but it is smaller and it's nowhere near as interesting. The Sea Lion is a car. It's a car that you might buy. An electric car. It's a very electric car that you could buy if you want. So, does the Model Y suck? No, absolutely not. I think you've probably gathered that already. But would I buy one? No, I don't think I would. In fact, I definitely wouldn't. So I did think quite a lot about whether I should tackle this whole thing, you know, the thing. And I was like, I can't be bothered. Nobody needs an ethical audit or like a discussion on cognitive dissonance in a little car review on YouTube. We're here for knee space lols and broken glove boxes and cars that quack like a duck when you walk away and they lock themselves. But if you do want to have a discussion about anything at all in the comments,
Do it.
I will join in. Thanks, subscribe, bye. You're doing great.